Hey, everybody, Scoots. This is going to be a little different than where I pitch for Sleep With Me Plus. These are more questions because I'm going to try to do some listening and see what we can change up about supporting the show and keeping the show going. So if you listen to Sleep With Me like most nights or all night, and you hear the support messages, particularly the intense ones we've been doing since April of 2025 and the mini-sodes, I'd love to know what kind of goes through your mind. If you're a regular listener, is it like, I'll do it later? Or is it something like someone else has it covered? Or is it like, I don't want to think about this right now. I'm trying to go to sleep. And you don't have to answer these questions. But if you do, and there's other questions, this is a whole thing. I'm trying to listen and figure out. So if you're like a regular listener and you've never supported the show and you didn't already fill out a survey that's like, I'm not going to support the show or I can't support the show. So if you're in that middle, you could let me know the answers to those questions at sleepwithmepodcast.com/listen. Or not. But yeah, that's sleepwithmepodcast.com/listen. I'm here to listen to you. Thanks.
This show is supported by Odoo. When you buy business software from lots of vendors, the costs add up and it gets complicated and confusing. Odoo solves this. It's a single company that sells a suite of enterprise apps that handles everything from accounting to inventory to sales. Odoo is all connected on a single platform in a simple and affordable way. You can save money without missing out on the features you need. Check out Odoo at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
If your eyes are the windows to your soul and your glasses are the windows to your eyes, then it's pretty important to find your perfect frames. That's why at Warby Parker, we've made shopping for eyewear as easy and fun as can be. Peruse endless styles in our stores or use our app to virtually try on frames and get personalized recommendations. To find your next favorite pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contact lenses, or to locate your nearest Warby Parker store, head over to warbyparker.com. That's warbyparker.com.
Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the podcaster who's here to give you a little bit of a journey, a meandering journey into the world of Friends. Put a little finale into the world, a journey into the world of Friends, maybe not, who knows? But welcome to Sleep With Me. This is a podcast that's here to keep you company in the deep, dark night so you could fall asleep. I'm here to be your boyfriend. If you're new, I'm glad you're here checking this show out. If you're a regular listener, what up, regular listeners? Hope you're doing well. So good to see you again. So Sleep With Me is a show. It does take some getting used to, as the regular listeners are probably nodding along, because it is very different. But really, I'm just here to keep you company and take your mind off of stuff while you fall asleep. Most people listen to the show in a linear way, and the first part of the show coming up is what they wind down to. So we've got this beginning of the show, then we've got support, because most people enjoy listening to the ad-supported version of the show for free. Then they wind down after the support to a long, meandering intro where I try to explain what the podcast is, and I go off topic, I get mixed up. And then after the intro, some support, and then there'll be our bedtime story, Journey into the World of Friends. So if you're new, give the show a few tries, see how it goes. I'm so glad you're here. And these sponsors are how we're able to do it for you for free twice a week. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots. If you are hearing this message and you support the podcast on Sleep With Me Plus, you pay for the podcast, you should not be getting this message. It means you're listening to the ad-supported version of the podcast. And here's what I want. I want to make sure you're getting the ad-free versions of the show, because you get ad-free full episodes. You get ad-free story-only episodes on the same day the full episodes come out. You also get bonus stuff. You get episodes super early or a little bit early. If you're a boyfriend or boybest, you get those all-night, all-intro versions. But if you're listening to this version, you don't have access to that for some reason. So please send me a message through our website, the contact form on our website, so I can help you get everything set up. Because I don't want you missing out on that stuff you're paying your hard-earned money for. But plus, if you listen all night long, if you fall asleep fast, all the versions of those episodes, they're a lot better for all night listeners. They're a lot better for people who fall asleep fast. So let me help you get everything set up. Send me an email through the contact form on our website so I can help. Thanks. All right, boys, Scoots here. This is this is scheduled to be the finale of our season of episodically modular series, which I get it. That's like a double entendre or whatever. Scoots, you got yourself another double entendre. And I'd say, thanks for making up a word, brain. I like it. You're correct. That's a correct usage of an imaginary word if I've ever heard one, which I probably have 1,200 plus times. But yeah, it is a double entendre because how does episodically modular, one, you may be asking yourself, what's episodically modular? Two, how could that have a finale? Don't worry, I'll explain it to you. So this is our series, Journey into the World of Friends. Episodically modular means you can listen to it in any order, or you could just listen to one episode. Now, while they are interrelated and do build on one another, a little secret I learned from large businesses is anything before that's a prequel. And you could consider this, volume whatever. I don't know. Oh, this one won't have a number because the last episode was 12, if you catch my drift. So this is the finale. Or you could consider it episode 14 because we also had a holiday special. Whatever works for you. But every episode building up to this was just a prequel. And then you could go back and enjoy them in any order. The reason is the characters will catch us up on most of the details. And yeah, I hear from a lot of people that listen to them out of order. So, but if you are a person that say, well, I prefer to listen to it in order, I guess you could set the sleep timer for like 30 minutes and then, you could fall asleep. You have my permission to stop paying attention. How about that? I promise to go on and on for another 10 or 15 minutes. And then you could listen to episode 1 later on. Or if you support the show directly, some people like listen to the story-only episodes or the compilation episodes. But if you're new, just see how it goes. That's the beauty of episodically modular. It is no pressure. You could fall asleep, but there's no pressure to fall asleep, no pressure to listen, no pressure for any of this to make sense. And talk about no pressure and a beautiful voice and presence. It's time for our our announcer from the Hollywood area, our announcer associated with Hollywood. I mean, would I want any Holly without it? No. I would want my Holly and my Jolly, even though this is post-holiday season. I won't be Jolly. And it wouldn't be quite Holly. It wouldn't be Hollywood without our announcer, Mr. Antonio Banderas. As the friends beyond the binary, as the boys and girls, it's time to journey for a final time. Except when Scooter recaps things yet again in his creative process. It's time for our last journey to right this moment when I'm speaking into the world of Friends. Yippee. Yay. Thanks. That's Mr. Antonio Banderas. We are going to play, he doesn't know this, if he can remain not perfectly still. I mean, I'm realistic. If he could remain stiller than most people on the planet for the next hour and 30 minutes, then we'll play some Jaipur, which I played once 2 nights ago, and I was not victorious. But that doesn't mean I should have victory tonight either. Maybe I'll learn from my mistakes. Maybe you'll teach me something new by having victory over me, Antonio. So please don't, please don't move, please, I need you as quiet as possible while I record. But I want a full Antonio experience when we play Jaipur later. Speaking of friendship, this is Journey into the World of Friends. All right, this is Zell. And I just want to thanks everybody for gathering here. Number 5, Mary Bearbot. Number 11, I'm Zell, working class warrior of our party, of our group of friends gathered here right now in the deep below the handy halls of a journey into the world of friends within the land of leisure. I think we've moved into the final stage of this adventure, and I'm here with our other warrior, you could call him, you'd find him in plate armor or in a robe, and jockeying for a throne. It's Lord Von Chill. No need. I'm going to run this meeting, though. Thanks to Lord Von Chill for that nod of your head. Next to Lord Von Chill, fleet of foot, nimble of fingers, high dexterity, silent in motion, but not when we need her to speak. Granada of Darmok. Temba, wide, arms open or open wide. I'm trying to learn some of the phrases from Granada's culture. And, if you're not feeling great, we have our Florentian nurse who follows the three Florences, Eleanor. And then, of course, our wizard and someone in our party that I have a history with. Not the only one, I guess. But right now, that history has been set aside so we can focus on, I thought it had been set aside till this moment, but, I'm allowed to have my feelings and move through my feelings at the same time. And that's something I've learned from our wizard Wada. We're here. Also, we have two security bots, who seem to be sentient beings. We're here in the journey into the world of friends, a boat, what was in the before time, a boat-based attraction within the land of leisure in Florida, where people would go on vacation, I guess, and sit in a boat, and the boat would journey through a world of friends, a manufactured world in different rooms, themed around different parts of the planet, where plush animatronic friends would dance and sing and perform over and over again the song Journey into the World of Friends at different times in the history of the attraction, different styles of the song, but always a catchy, popular song about the lessons of basics of Friendship 101. I guess they didn't call it that, but what does everybody think of that? Rename the attraction? No? Okay, I don't need any commentary. I can figure it out. No, who would want to ride an attraction called Friendship Journey into the World of Friends? Does sound more like because Friendship 101 is more like, sounds like a class. Could that be, could someone write that on something, a chalkboard or something somewhere just for my own pleasure? Okay, good. Oh, it is on a chalkboard. Thank you, Mary Bear. So we're beneath the handy halls which is underneath the attraction. We're actually not in the handy halls. We're in the room for security. And why are we here? Well, once upon a time, we were on a mission from the Baron of the Boyle, the ruler of Florida, who had united the state or whatever this area, like restoring the free flow of water from north to south. Previously, the water had been an area where people could control the state or at least the southern parts of the state by controlling the water, even though in the before time, they had put these mechanisms in place to ensure the free flow of water and the efficient flow of water, which is somehow different than the natural flow of water. I guess anyway, I'm going off topic, but the water is one of the most important parts that we've been looking and talking of what we're going to do. But yeah, we were sent here by the Baron of the Boyle to restore the free flow of water, which was interrupted by someone named Vidul, a cool-blooded being, relations to dragons, but humanoid like us, powerful magic user. Vidul, and it turns out the son of the Baron of the Boyle, were in cahoots to control not only the free flow of water, but also, which we kind of knew coming in, there's something else at work, right? Which is this portal or well, a spiritual well and portal. Anyone? Everybody's shrugging. We think it connects to another world or it's a stopover. Isn't that the theory we figured out? Maybe it's a stopover or something when you go, for example, I am a earthbound being. My name is Zell. Well, that's not entirely true, but in this world, I am Zell, a earth-based being. That's confusing. So if I was to move on from my earth-based existence, one thing people like a character who named Zell in this world may say, well, I'm going to move on to the big farm in the sky. Now, this well may be a place where either you do that, your non-earth-based beingship or beinghood. But anyway, there's a blockage or something going on. So all these, but it also ends up that, like oil and water, better intentioned spiritual based beings and, more like short-sighted spiritual based beings separate like oil and water somehow. So there seems to be a concentration on the top of very positive spiritual-based beings, maybe. That's capped off with actual water. But then beneath that, at least this is a working theory, right? Thumbs up. Okay. There's also a concentration of negative intention-based being, negative, you know what I'm saying? And they're trying to get out. Also, they're very powerful. So Vidul's plan was to kind of control those beings and also control the water and hence control Florida and our world beyond. And maybe another world, which was the world we actually came from as adventurers, which was there's the before time. We're currently in the before time. This adventure. So after the before time, then we're in the after the before. We came from our time, which is after both before times, but it's not exactly the after time. It's after the after time because after the two before times she came and kind of helped put the world back in balance. Then came our time. So it would have been, there's the before time. That's when Florida and the Land of Leisure were around. Now there's that was the before time. Then there's the before time. Florida and the Land of Leisure kind of went wild and became a time when adventurers could roam and adventure. That's what, that's what we were into. Some may have thought it was a fictional time. And the before time, too. But it turns out it's not, because we're here, even though originally we were from the after time. I may be getting my timelines mixed up. It would have been easier, but there's no unified time anyway. The people in this time don't even know about either of the after times, but now Mary Bear and this other bot do. So hopefully your servos can handle it. Anyway, why was I talking about that? I don't know. So we're here to help, I guess. And so Vidul is going to control this spiritual well or portal and control the beings within it to take over Florida. I know the pronunciation. Okay, so we wanted to stop Vidul. We found out maybe Vidul was working with this somewhat escaped, not good, well-intentioned spiritual dragon who seems to be like very focused on time, but also like it's very exhausting or something for this. It's kind of out of the portal, but maybe not 100% out of the portal. And so those two are working together. But we also, I think, came to the conclusion currently, what are we going to do? So Vidul wants to take over the world. The dragon wants to take over the world. But first they want to let the dragon wants to let all their friends out and maybe also take over the other world we don't know. We're just making best guesstimates. Vidul, a little bit simpler. Vidul wants to use the power of the well and the power of water to take over this world. And maybe the world we came from, which is the after time. So we're going to stop Vidul and the dragon. Vidul is using these gems that attract. Okay. Oh, another important thing I totally forgot about. Whenever this portal or well got clogged, I don't know if I mentioned that, the beings that were making a transition, they would just come back into this world and they would go into, that's how, so the Journey in the World of Friends was once animatronic figures. Now the animatronic figures have gained life. They are now spiritually based animatronic beings. And again, that's beyond my comprehension. So don't even ask me any possible, how is it possible? Mary Bear is moving, right? It just is. So, for example, let's say, I don't know. Like if I was to let's just say, I'll just use myself an example. This isn't foreshadowing, so nobody worry. All will be well. I was to move on to the big farm in the sky. Then I find out this well's clogged. Maybe I bounce back somehow, because if the top layer is positive beings, maybe they catch me and throw me back. Then I land in like Cuddles a koala. And then so normally I'd be going to another realm, but then I would live in the next stage of my existence as a Cuddles the koala in this world, Journey into World of Friends, which at the current time is not the best place to be because we're all working for Vidul. And Cuddles the koala has a right to quality of life or to live their next stage of existence, not at the behest of dominant, non-positive intention beings. So that's like part of our mission here is now we did try to figure out so in the aftertime, I don't know, there's not a lot of this is in written history, but that the attractions did come to light, or had some sentience. So this is not all outside of, even though it's outside the realm of understanding, it's not outside of our realm. But so anyway, we've got to fix this. How do we fix it? Well, to go back. So Vidul has these gems, these magical gems that act like a spiritual magnet, I guess, or spirit magnet. So let's say I was to bounce back and somehow I bounce off again, this is all just, I'm just doing my best with the facts I have, which aren't much. Like trampoline, I'm like, I'm going to Big Farm, but then I bounce a very soft trampoline supported by love and friendship. That bounces me back into this world, my spiritual based being. So probably a different trampoline, or maybe it's a little bit easier to trampoline. Now, normally I just end up, okay, you're close to Cuddles the koala. Cuddles the koala is open, spiritually open to your presence. Go on in. Next thing I know, I'm Cuddles the koala. Somewhat random, I would say. Maybe geographic, I don't know. But everybody's kind of in agreement with that. But Vidul has a gem, and also you can make it resonant with someone in this world, but that's for later. But that gem would act as a magnet, so then I would end up in, let's say, that loving lizard, in this Larry the Loving Lizard, and then I'd end up there if the gem was in Larry. That makes sense, right? So our plan, Vidul, seems like Vidul has a plan to double-cross the dragon, and the double-crossing is going to go with... the dragon needs a host, I guess. And so Vidul's going to try to trick the dragon into going into Mary Bear? I don't know. I didn't follow everything. And, because, we put Mary Bear was in a jar with her gem. So, Vidul's planning on doing that. So I think our current plan is to double switch on Vidul. But then I think we were talking this morning is because we did another round of all bad ideas and no bad ideas. And one of the bad ideas came up with is, what if we turn the tables on Vidul and help the dragon? And so then we said, well, what if we take a gem, because we have some copies of these gems to fool Vidul. and we put it in Vidul's pocket and kind of put a little resin, like Wada said, can kind of replicate the spells, but it won't be an actual full magnet. But if we put that in Vidul's pocket and then tell the dragon on Vidul, so Granada, you're going to do that now while we talk about the rest of the plan. Okay. So Granada's going to do some fleet of foot action and put a gem in Vidul's pocket. Okay, so you'll be back. So then at the same time we're doing that, and also to create a distraction, we're going to put on Mary Bear and the friends are going to put on a show. They're also going to have gems. Luckily, there was like a couple scenes in this attraction that had giant like vats of fake plastic gems. And we don't know what the dragon's like eyesight is like. So then what we'll do is during the show, the show will reveal the Vidul's double cross the dragon. As soon as the dragon's ire is focused on Vidul, like we have this ticking clock for the water. We're going to use the water to cover up the portal, which it was covered up with already. But Vidul's trying to make it so that Vidul will have control. But Mary Bear and the security bot are logged into these systems, right? Or maybe spiritual based. Okay, that's fine. Also, you got lasers, so you're going to laser also Vidul's. Oh, the security pod already did that. Okay, lasered some weaknesses. So Vidul's plans are not going to work, probably. Okay, so when the water does get released, according to this countdown, the park will flood. There'll be more water back. The water will be fully restored over this spiritual well. And then we'll also be this part of the park will be the park won't flood because we found all these extra canals and retention basins when we looked at the mapping. And Mary Bear and the security bot have been able to kind of figure that out. I don't understand what vacuum tubes or solid state is, but it seems to work. So basically this part of the park will be about a third, we're about a third of the land of leisure will be isolated even further, but the water will still be free flowing. So then we'll just have to deal with Vidul and the dragon, but at that point it'll be too late. The dragon seems to be at some point, if we can just last as a team, keep distracting, we're hoping when the dragon's more cut off from the well that the dragon will lose power. But we can also use the dragon's gem to pull the dragon into something, give something sentience. We don't want to use Mary Bear, so we are going to have to figure that on the fly because we don't have anything this second. We'd also like to put Vidul, a spiritual-based being, in a jar, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, but we could still retain Vidul and then bring Vidul to the Baron of the Boil. Oh, okay. Granada, you're back. What do you have in your hand? That's a wand. Universal wand, huh? Wada, you know what this wand is? Wada's studying the wand. Okay, Wada, what do you think? Okay, what do you mean it's a portal wand? This must be how we got here? What do you mean? Okay, so that wand creates a portal. It can only be used twice, and it's been used once. Oh, that's what that marking means. So if the holder of the wand, okay, you're showing us. That's where the living room where we used to game in. That's where we came from. That is real? No, don't cross through there. Okay, we could cross through as a party to there. And you're thinking that's how Vidul got us there, some sort of charm, and then let us through this portal? Could it portal to another place? It could. I mean, where else would we want to go but home? You're right. But, it can only be used once. But, it has a reasonable amount of time. So we could all cross through there together. What if we wanted to bring number 5 with us? We could. Okay. Wait a second. So that means we can go home after this. This is great news. So great job, Granada. Okay, so we understand everything, our plan. Mary Bear, you've gotten news to all the friends. Oh, they've already started the show. So so we're heading up. And, okay. Oh, wow. The dragon and Vidul are already here. They're working together right now. So they don't know about us yet. Okay. But they're suspicious now. Oh, Vidul saw us. Yeah. Okay. The friends are still singing. Okay. Oh, this is the part where they blame Vidul. The dragon's coming towards us too. Hey, Vidul. Hey, dragon. Oh, wait, maybe you want to pay attention as part of the show. Hey, Lord Von Chill, see if you could get, wait a second. There's the Baron of the Boyle's son is now one of those, beings with the, red nose and the big shoes. There's another being up there. We'll put Vidul's gem in there just in case. Okay. But what about the Dragon's gem? Oh, don't worry about us. The friends are actually doing a show that's pretty applicable to your plans. See? Oh, wow. I'm interpreting that dance. It seems to be about geology and the porous geology of the state of Florida. Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder who else is into geology. They're dancing pretty gleefully. Are they saying they'll be the new Baron of the world? Because what is that? A lock? So that's a new lock. Well, those are old locks, but that part is new. That's what everybody's been building. I mean, you knew about that, right, Dragon? Okay. But you, but Vidul can control it, because it can close. You thought it was just to guide the water. No, it's to close and open. So when Vidul needs the well, it'll be closed. But most of the time it'll be open, so the well will be covered up. Oh, how would Vidul stop at that? Like you? I don't know. Have you ever heard of these, magnetic renaissance, what is it called? Baron's gems before? Oh, you have. I don't know. Can you sense any of those, you sense them everywhere? Because I think Vidul's got one. Vidul, why don't you reach your hand in your pocket? Oh, Vidul, you kind of seem caught. Is that a gem? Okay, now, oh boy. I didn't expect that, or I guess I should have. Good. Oh, there's Vidul. Vidul's spiritually transferred into that, up there with the Baron of the Boyle's son. So Vidul, they're, Lord Von Chill, what is it? Oh, they're up there together now, but they can't, they're attached to the balloon. So they're, I talked to the Baron of Boyle's son, a nice kid, but, just, misguided. So Vidul's up there now. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, good. Now the friends are doing the part where they all have, which one's the dragon's gem? Does anybody know? Okay. Well, let's start rolling because now we're encountering the dragon. Okay. We are taking, this is, okay. So this is oh boy, that's some powerful mist. It has different temperatures and, this is not easy on our party. But this is the adventure we kind of signed up for. Okay. Oh, good move, Granada. Okay. So what? We still don't have a place to put we're moving the dragon's gem around, right, between all the friends. So the dragon can't sense it. Okay. So that's okay. Now the dragon's looking over there. Okay. When the gem gets back, we have to put it in something. Oh, wait a second. What's the dragon's? Oh, the water's released. Okay, yeah, I can feel the rushing of the water. We're just going to have to trust that Mary Bear has that, the dragon seems to think that the gate is closed, but doesn't know that it's been lasered. So we should be fine. The dragon seems to be laughing, though, at us and listening. Can you hear us? Oh, boy. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You've already lost. And, by the way, Wada and Eleanor are taking your gem. Wait a second. So that's one of the boats from the attraction over there. It's not in water, but it has a face and eyes. I think if you stick it in its mouth, what is that? All the boats had cutesy names. That's SS Friendship Floats. So, yeah, there's the dragons getting pulled into the boat of the attraction. And, oh, that's weird rumbling. I wonder if that's the water. I mean, went really well. Thank you, friends. Yeah, let's cheer. I can see the eyes of the boat moving. Hi, dragon. You're now the SS Friendship Floats. You're in dry dock. You're kind of stuck on land, but you're a boat at least. And you seem to be you're not frowning. You're laughing. Okay, there's a little bit more rumbling than I would expect with the water. Here comes Mary Bearbot. Mary Bearbot, everything looking good? Okay, well, everything with the water. Okay, but yeah, there seems to be some other thing. Oh boy, is that the roof getting opened up? Okay, that seems to be the clock tower from the front of the attraction has come to Okay, a little hole in our theory. What if Mary Bear, any idea if there's different sized spiritual beings? Yes. Okay. And that clock tower is about the size of the mist dragon. Since we've only encountered one mist being natural or spiritual, naked spiritual being. I mean, if a dragon's in its own skin, scales. Okay, so maybe this makes sense for our beliefs. So, okay, oh boy, the clock tower is laughing at us. What is it saying? It's spinning its clock face. It's going to dig a hole. It knows that we lasered. Okay, it was listening, so it knows we lasered the lock. But it's going to dig a hole through the porous. Oh boy. So I guess that geology wasn't that great. It says it'll be back. Wait, can you explain us your plan again? Because I'm not following it. Okay, so the water is about to rush over, and kind of permanently create a swamp over the well. Oh, and the well. Oh, why are you okay, so the well is about to burst anyway. So you're going to, because the water's already, okay. And you're going to drain the water around, because you can dig holes since you're giant. Oh, yeah, I guess that's a well-made clock face. So, okay, so wait a second. So you're going to dig a hole, like you're going to dig some tunnels. Oh, because it's porous. Huh. Well, that doesn't bode well for us. So you're just going to kind of go around both sides of the well. And then the water, but you don't care about the flow of water anyway, as long as you free the well. Oh, and then the drier the well gets, some more it's going to burst. Okay. Hey, Mayor Bear, what is it? Oh, go ahead, Wada. Doesn't that clock have here's a question, I wonder, I don't even think, I don't know if Zell, I almost had an idea. I got it, Wada. That's good. You know what? Drag on, go do what you want. I don't think you could actually, if I said, what time is it? And I picked I don't think I don't think your clock face could actually dig holes through porous limestone. So, if I said it's 12 p.m. or 12 a.m., I don't think you could, there it is. It's 12, oh, there's a ringing. What, the clock tower seems confused. Oh boy, this is interesting. I forgot there was a show within the clock tower. And, okay, what is it, Wada? The water is not going to make it in time before the, so I have an idea. What is it? I mean, because the friends are taking over the clock tower. Can I just can I just make sure that and then you can tell me your plan. Do we have 5 minutes? Barely. Okay. So yeah, the friends. I didn't realize there was sentient. The dragon did not realize, and I didn't realize there's sentient friends living in the clock tower, and they've just been waiting to put on their show till it was 12. Or whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, because the clock's never been at a proper time. So now they're doing the show, which I think takes about 10 minutes, but also they're clearly, I don't know, it's like a biome or something, like they're interconnected. So the dragon, doesn't have full control anyway. And also they're singing that song right on the dragon. I don't know. It looks like it tickles. Dragon, does it tickle? It does. So it's like the dragon's being tickled. Okay, Mary Bear and the security bot are working on. They think that the clock is some sort of Half-Life based. That leakage we saw. So the clock should run forever. It'll need to be tuned up and lubed and greased. Okay, but you could do that. Someone can. Okay. Okay, so the friends are going to tickle the dragon, and the dragon, I don't know why we didn't realize that the dragon would be like that. Okay, go ahead, Wada. I'm sorry. I was monopolizing time. I was just making sure this obstacle is clear. Okay, so yeah, the next obstacle, everybody gather around because we got to talk about this. So I'm monitoring the magical energy, and yeah, I don't think the water is going to be here in time because again, we opened all those other locks. So the whole park is filling up and isolating this part of the park. But before that happens, I think the pent up energy of being temporarily freed and maybe the dragon stirring it up means that whatever's on the top of the well, and not just the good spirits, but the ones below that are going to, like I can kind of see it. I'm watching it through, just trust me. You do look drained, like you're really, I'm focused and trying to talk at the same time. So, when that kind of all off gases at once, it won't matter. They're going to go there's probably some other really large beings in there and medium-sized beings and human-sized beings. And there's a lot more negative-based ones than positive-based ones. And they won't just land in the park. They'll land around the area. And then then they'll probably just come back and we're going to be into it. Oh, go ahead, Eleanor. Okay, but the one thing we learned is once the beings are here, they can't leave their attraction, like Mary Bear. I mean, they could go outside for a few minutes. So the dragon, I think we're fine now. The friend, this is becoming its own ecosystem. But so if stuff off gases into the park, it'll be fine because it'll be pulled into attractions. Even the large ones would be pulled into the attractions themselves. Right. The issue is the stuff that gets outside of the park. I don't know what'll happen. Will it be a giant tree and then it could come walk back? Then it could open up the rest of the portal. Could it be a castle? It might not be. There might be something about the park itself. Because it's like a simulation of life. I don't know, but my thought is, and this means we can't ever go home. We use the wand to create a portal into this section of the park because it's already going to be its own island. And it's got the rest of this kingdom of magic. And then a couple other parts. There was other parks other than this within the Land of Leisure. So like I said, about a third of the Land of Leisure, we could release all of them into that part. We could use the portal to guide, to kind of drain the balloon into the park, the part of the park we're in. And that would use up the wand, though, so we couldn't go home. Lord Von Chill here. Also, we would then become rulers of a kingdom of sentient theme park attractions, theme park animatronics, and like, so I would become the ruler of that land, and you would be my. Is that what you're saying? No, not exactly. I mean, we couldn't go home. Is that what are you deflecting that? Partially, yes. Yes. I mean, or coming to terms with the fact that if I can't go home, I mean, I would have a kingdom to rule. This is what, no, you would, no. I mean, you rule in your need to alleviate things with your own. Yeah, I mean, that rules because it actually gave me some levity. Is everybody okay? So if we go home now, or we stay here for, I mean, does anybody want, like, there's no choice, right? We're a team of adventurers. Okay, so we'll stay here and maybe we're here to set the table, even though maybe we're setting the table for her when she comes. Okay, Wada, you're doing it. So it's working. Okay. Well, I just like, I guess on behalf of everybody, I'd want to send I think this is going to work out. We're going to be, I don't know if this is what it was like when she got here though, but it was beings that needed help. So I think I don't know if we could talk to the three Florences and Granada. I know you did like you had different we're going to need help, right? If we're here, and we'll have Mary Bear's help. And number five, thanks for sticking by us and humming. I mean, and basically we seem to have gotten what we wanted. It'd be nice if we could send letters home. Maybe we could find another magical artifact from Universal or wherever and be able to send letters home or something. But I know we're all kind of on our own anyway. That's how we found each other. And we're doing what we need to do, right, to make things better and to be a part of this. Hi, Mary Bear. So, okay, so you have an update. Okay, so, the clock tower. Oh, you can use tickling as a motivator. So you've reached a tickle truce with the dragon, who is now like a clock tower. Oh, and the boats, if the boats were moving. Well, here's the thing, Mary Bear. While you were gone, we found out that right now Wada's draining some of the well. And I guess we have to hope on the other side that they somehow get it unclogged. But we're draining the well into this kind of part of the park, and we're going to be here. We're going to stay here with all of you because there's going to be a lot of new activity. I don't know. I guess it'll be centralized in each attraction, kind of like an endless series of adventures if we wanted. Maybe not endless, though. You're right, Mary Bear. Or maybe we just stay here and then she comes and this is who's she? Oh, well, the world's kind of out of balance and I don't know, somehow this teaches her I guess so we believe in her. Mary Bear, kind of like we believe in you, but a little bit different. And she came and learned all these things of helping these beings that became attractions in the next, they went from wherever they were based, maybe not even part of our world, but they moved into a new stage of existence where they were a theme park attraction. She didn't seem like she had a lot of interaction with animatronics. And most of the history we had was more positive. Maybe they needed to nurture her and she needed to nurture them or learn some lesson, where this kind of seems like a little bit more like we could be dealing with some stuff that is not into nurturing, but that we'll have to learn lessons from helping those adjust to their stage of existence too. I've never seen a security bot before, but I've also never seen a security bot shrug before. But that's clear you're shrugging, Mary Bear. Oh, because you're getting used to going from being a bear to a security bot. I think we could probably get you back into your bear. There'd be another Mary Bear. Okay, that's a little bit out of my imagination zone. Well, I mean, it's been another time of play. I mean, this isn't how I thought it would turn out, but we couldn't have done it without being together and working together as friends, and then learning about being in the world of friends, and then learning what it meant to be in the world of friends, and then learning what it meant to kind of help, or even when the friends wouldn't do what we wanted in battle, we didn't really have to do we did battle with the dragon a bit. And I think even if, to be honest, Wada and everyone else, like this could have gone a lot differently, right? Like someone could have sided with Vidul or sided with the dragon, or they could have just gone right through everything. They didn't have to work with the friends, or they could have worked against the friends, or maybe they could have antagonized the friends. So this could have been, this adventure could have gone a lot of different ways too. But I don't see how it could have ended any other way for us, right? This is what was supposed to happen, right? Like we were on our path, we were doing our thing and doing our best, and only good ideas, only bad ideas got us here, and got us here in the place we need to be to do the right thing. And I guess it's going to take some time and adjustment, right? Let's bring it all in and hold one another. We've done that before. Oh, yeah. Actually, both you bots are warmer than you look. And we've got a world of friends they've come to a tickle-based truce with the clock tower. We've got Vidul and the Bear and the Boiled Sun up there permanently in a hot air balloon that's not actually a real hot air balloon. So they're up there. I mean, that's kind of entertaining. Hi, Vidul. Hi, Bear and the Boiled Sun. And we have a chance to do what we can to keep helping. So we've entered a new phase in our world we've journeyed into the world of friends. And we found what you find when you journey into the world of friends. Not easy, but the things are working out and all will be well. But we do have to kind of try and work together. So I'm so glad to have all of you as friends. It's really my honor to be here with all you. We're holding each other. And yeah, now we'll rest in this world of friends, and we'll go from there tomorrow, and we'll go on our next adventure together. Or we'll be here to support each other as we go on. Good night from Zell and Mary Bear and Lord Von Chill, Granada, Eleanor, and Wada. Good night, and of course, number 5. Good night, everybody. Okay, this is Scoots running through more of the people. Next, starting with the number 300 or 310th patron. I'm just going to run through some people that when we first started looking for value support for the show. This is the people that signed up, and I want to thank them. And some of them patrons and some are not. But yeah, we've kind of moved on, if you're listening, to kind of looking at it more like, oh, Sleep With Me is a service. So it's not really, it is for a lot of people about value for value. But it's more about how do we deliver this to you in the best way possible. So, and these are the people that knew it way before me. So I want to thank James, Martha, and Andrew. Thanks, and good night. Paul, Lisa, and Jay, thank you, thanks, good night. Elise, Trevor, and Susan, thank you, thanks, good night. Dana, Hookah, and Krista, thanks, and good night. Andrea, Jennifer, and Annie, thanks, and good night. Oh, Jennifer K, still a patron. Out of those, this is eye-opening because there's like former patrons and there's people who have been declined for a long time. Hookah's still a patron, and Jennifer K. So thanks. Annie, Shauna, Carrie K. I remember Tim S. Doug's still a patron. Thanks, Doug. Caroline C, Jessica H, Cato, Samantha, Patricia, Daniel, Todd F, still a patron. Let's see who else we got here. We got Taylor, Heidi, Bono, different Bono though, Corey, Claire, MW, still a patron. Thanks, MW. We got Pedro, Sue, Princess, Tori, Joshua, Michelle, still a patron. Michelle with no name, 1L too. Amy, Lisa, B Funk. Sometimes people change their names. Elise R, still a patron. Gary J, still a patron. What's up? Jesse, Paul V, Cameron W. A lot more. No wonder these, the declines is really eye-opening going through this too. I'm glad. So Cameron W, still a patron. Sujata, still a patron. Paul, Z and K, Sam, Jennifer B, Francis, Caroline, Melissa, Ryan, Josh, Jenny, Meta, Dana, Carrie, Erica, ST, Becky, Caitlin N, still a patron. Caitlin recognized too. Lots of people, it's like I know who they are. So cool. Tamara, Kate, Stacy, Stacy G. I think one of the first people who wrote about the podcast, maybe. Emily, Michael, Chris, Ruth, Bannon, Thomas, TT, I remember TT, Sally, Jessica, Mary, Jennifer F., Christine, Larissa, Luke, Paige, Alicia, Dawn, Tom, Amanda, Judy, who I know is a part of my family, another family member in there. Siobhan, Matthew, Leah, and Denny C., another friend of mine, via the podcast. So, yeah, thanks everybody. That's 400 patrons right there. You can see you can't see the list obviously, but like a lot of people, there's people that are like declined and they just did the decline never got updated. And then there's people that things changed and they became they said listen to the show or moved on or we're getting good sleep. So thanks everybody who supports the show directly, whether you subscribe to Sleep With Me Plus or you're a patron, you support our sponsors, or you support the show for free on our referral program, sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer. I couldn't do it without all of you, and appreciate it. And here's Scoots, Tuck You In sponsor, asking for some support. Thanks. All right, but this is Scoots with a Tuck You In message at the end of the shows we do. And this time I'm going to ask questions because since April of 2025, we've been trying to look at people, I don't know, what I'm doing is not working, so I'm trying to change what I'm doing, I guess. So I've been trying to get some questions together, and you could answer these questions or not. You don't need to. Or these ones are kind of just, hey, if you just happen to be listening in. But I'm here to listen to those answers, and you could answer those if you happen to want to tomorrow or even tonight at sleepwithmepodcast.com/listen. So, yeah. And this will help me understand, especially people that have been listening longer than 6 months, have been listening longer than a year, have been listening longer than 3 years. people that listen most nights or listen all night long or fall asleep fast, or you've been listening so long that everything kind of blends together. You're like, I don't even know how long I've been listening. So one question would be like, when you press play with Sleep With Me at bedtime, what's something you hope doesn't happen? Like, I don't know if it's like, that you don't, it doesn't start you thinking about more, or that the night doesn't feel as long, or that you don't feel alone, or the physical sensations you don't feel, or the thoughts, or the feelings you don't come up. Or it could be something else. I mean, something more specific, but maybe it's not. Maybe they're just not words for it. And what does Sleep With Me replace for you? Like, what did you used to use, or what does it fill in? Does it fill in silence in the room? Like a TV that used to be on, or something, a show you used to stream? Does a show Sleep With Me replace your thoughts? Like a train of thoughts you got to go on a ride with. Does it replace, something that helps you rest? And then I guess, like, I'm curious, like, if you do hear the requests for support and the kind of varying degrees of feeling I have when I'm making those messages, right? And then maybe they kind of slide by or slip past you. I want to know more about that. Like, so when you do hear those messages, if you do, like, what thoughts or feelings come up? Is it something like, I'll do this later, or someone else probably has it covered, or you don't need my support, or I don't want to think about that right now, doing something or paying for something or taking any steps? Or is it like, that's just not for me. I'm not a person that supports podcasts, or that doesn't sound like something I want to do or need to do. Okay, and then if you are one of those people that says, yeah, I'll do it later, like, what does later mean for you, right? Is it like later, and this is one that comes up in my personal life, there'll be a better time in my life later for this, like my life will be more calm, or I'll be more, these are my words that I use for internally, not for you, but I'll be more emotionally able to handle that later, or I'll remember later, or maybe I'll be sleeping better and I won't need to do it later, or maybe my sleep, maybe my life will be less full later. And then another question is, like, if you've ever looked at joining Sleep With Me Plus and thought, like, I don't need more, or the free show always works for me, so what else would I need? I'm curious about that, like what the more might be. Does it sound like more work or more effort? Like, does it sound like you'd have to do something or manage something new? Does it sound like a change to a routine that's already kind of working that you don't want to mess up? Because I can't keep doing, like, I've got to change around the messaging around the show, even if it doesn't end up working out, because it's just, I want to be closer to the listeners I have, and I don't want to expend so much time and energy keeping the show going, or with my concerns around that, that it makes it impossible to make the show anyway, almost. It's kind of gotten to this point where it's like a conundrum, I guess. So I want to move to getting to know things better, and then trying to do things in a different way. I don't know if a more holistic way is the right way to say it, but so yeah, that's what kind of those questions are about, is me kind of understanding more, listening. And most of the questions will have open-ended answers too. So if you want to do that, You can fill, like, I got a survey. I don't know if it has all those questions on there, but sleepwithmepodcast.com/listen. Or if this kind of pushed you over the edge, you could always support the show at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. But I think it'll say that at listen anyway. And again, there's no rush or requirements. It's just, this way of like, I want to keep making this podcast, ideally for a long, long time in the future. And most of our funding comes like 80% of the way we pay our bills is by listener support. But I want people to feel welcome, right? And it's kind of gotten to this point where it's like, I'm so I think I already said though, it's like I'm so concerned with keeping the show going, it's almost making it possible to keep it going and maybe pushing people away, which I don't want to do. Because, again, my goal this year is not just to keep the podcast sustainable, it's to bring sleepy joy and delight. So I'm hoping I could do both those things together somehow. So I'm hoping, some of this idea of listening and getting to know. And if you are, the thing is, and it's also no pressure, like if you can't support the show, or you decided when we did it last year, you were like in the group of listeners like, no, I don't want to support the show ever. That's great, because we like, it's the people that I've never heard from, right, that I'm trying to get to understand better this time, who are like in a position where they can support the show. And it's just like, I don't know. So anyway, thanks so much for listening. And if you're new or occasional listener, or you already decided not to support the show, you're not in a position to support the show, thanks, because you're taken care of. Like, and I think probably me getting through this phase of the show will positively impact your show, because I know when I'm really feeling it, like I'm really like, you know what I mean? You could hear it in the tone of my voice on some of those reads. And I don't know, I'm trying to find a better way to move forward with the show. And I guess I apologize when it's like, I don't know, everything's kind of intertwined. So I wish there was an easier, perfect way to do all this. So I guess I'm going to try this way and see how it goes. Thanks.